The DF-17 did not become famous because it looked big on a parade truck. It became famous because it introduced a new idea: speed, movement, and uncertainty in one Chinese system. In this video, we will follow the DF-17 from its hidden test years to its public debut, explain how its hypersonic glide vehicle works, and show why analysts still discuss it today across global defense circles, worldwide and beyond. The story of the DF-17 begins before the public ever saw it. For years, people outside China only heard pieces of the puzzle. The name DF-17 was not immediately known to everyone. Instead, early foreign reporting often used names like WU-14 or DFZF. These names pointed to the same larger idea. China was developing a hypersonic glide vehicle, a new type of high-speed system designed to travel differently from a classic ballistic missile. U.S. officials first confirmed the existence of DF-17 related prototypes in 2014, and public missile databases later connected those early prototypes to the DFZF or WU-14 development path. To understand why this mattered, think of a traditional ballistic missile as something that rises high, follows a predictable arc, and then comes down. The DF-17 concept changed that image. Instead of relying only on a standard high arc, the system uses a booster to lift a glide vehicle. Then the glide vehicle separates and travels through the upper atmosphere at very high speed. That glide phase is what made the DF-17 stand out. The testing story became clear between 2014 and 2017. Public reporting listed several Chinese tests during that period, including activity tied to the Taiyuan Satellite Launch Center in Shanxi Province. By November 2017, one reported test covered around 1,400 kilometers in about 11 minutes, with the glide vehicle traveling at a lower altitude than a classic ballistic path. This timeline is important because it shows that the DF-17 did not appear suddenly. It was the result of years of engineering, trials, and refinement. China was not only building another missile body, it was experimenting with a different flight profile. Then came the moment that changed public awareness. On October 1st, 2019, China displayed the DF-17 during the National Day Parade in Beijing. Chinese defense media described it as a short to medium range system and said it was shown publicly for the first time. That parade gave the world a clear visual identity for the DF-17. It was no longer just a name in reports. It became a symbol of China's new high-speed defense technology. From that point forward, the DF-17 became one of the most discussed Chinese systems in modern military analysis. The easiest way to understand the DF-17 is to separate it into two main parts. The first part is the booster. The second part is the hypersonic glide vehicle. The booster does the opening job. It lifts the system quickly and gives the glide vehicle the energy it needs. Then the glide vehicle separates and begins its own path through the upper atmosphere. This is where the DF-17 becomes different. A classic ballistic missile follows a more predictable curve. A hypersonic glide vehicle follows a flatter and more flexible route. It can travel at hypersonic speed, meaning faster than Mach 5, while also adjusting its path during flight. CSIS lists the DF-17 as a Chinese medium-range missile system equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle, with an estimated range of 1,800 to 2,500 kilometers. It also lists the system as road mobile, around 11 meters long, with a launch weight of about 15,000 kilograms. Road mobility is a major part of the story. The DF-17 is not presented as a fixed system sitting in one obvious location. It is carried by a mobile launcher. That means it can be moved, positioned, and displayed as part of a wider defense structure. For beginners, this matters because mobility can make a system more flexible and harder to track in a crisis. Now, let's explain the glide vehicle itself. Imagine throwing a stone across water, but at extreme speed and in the upper atmosphere. It does not simply fall straight down. It rides forward, using speed and shape to stay on a controlled path. The DF-ZF glide vehicle linked to the DF-17 has been reported to reach Mach 5 to Mach 10 during the glide phase. Speed alone is not the full story. The bigger point is path uncertainty. Because the glide vehicle can maneuver, outside observers may find it more difficult to predict the exact route compared with a traditional ballistic path. This is why hypersonic glide systems receive so much attention. They do not only move fast, they move in a way that changes the timing and geometry of detection, tracking, and response. The DF-17 is often described as a conventional system in public defense reporting. The Federation of American Scientists, summarizing the 2024 U.S. Defense Department China report, noted that the DF-17 medium-range glide vehicle system is described as conventional. So, the basic idea is simple. A booster provides the lift. A glide vehicle provides the unusual flight path, and mobility gives the system operational flexibility. Together, these features explain why the DF-17 became famous far beyond China. The DF-17 became famous because it arrived at the center of a global technology race. Around the world, defense planners were already discussing hypersonic systems, advanced sensors, and faster response timelines. Then, China displayed a road mobile system that seemed to connect all these themes in one platform. Its public debut in 2019 was not just a technical reveal. It was a message about progress. China showed that hypersonic glide technology had moved from testing and analysis into a visible national display. CSIS lists the DF-17 as operational and in service from 2019, while also noting that its appearance in the October 2019 parade created major speculation about its service status. The DF-17 also became a reference point because of what it represents in China's broader modernization path. It showed that China was not only copying older missile patterns, it was investing in systems that combine speed, maneuverability, mobility, and precision. The 2024 China Military Power Briefing mentioned updates to China's inventory, including the hypersonic glide vehicle-capable DF-17, showing that the system remains part of current defense discussions. For a beginner, the most important thing is not to get lost in technical language. The DF-17 matters because it changes the shape of a flight path. Instead of a simple rise and fall route, it uses a boost glide method. That means the system climbs, releases the glide vehicle, and then continues through the atmosphere in a fast, adjustable path. Another reason the DF-17 is widely discussed is its range. An estimated 1,800 to 2,500 kilometers gives it regional reach. That does not make it unlimited. It does not mean it can reach everywhere. But within its range class, it can influence how countries think about distance, timing, and protection. The system also helped make the phrase hypersonic glide vehicle more familiar to general audiences. Before the DF-17 became public, many people heard about hypersonic technology only in specialized reports. After the 2019 parade, the concept became easier to visualize. People could see the launcher, the shape, and the system name. Today, the DF-17 remains one of China's most recognizable modern defense systems. It is famous not because of one single feature, but because of the combination: public visibility, hypersonic glide technology, road mobility, medium-range reach, and a timeline that moved from quiet testing to global attention. The DF-17 story is really a story about how modern defense technology is changing. It began with hidden prototypes, moved through years of testing, and became globally recognized after its 2019 public debut. Its core idea is simple but powerful. Use a booster to lift a hypersonic glide vehicle, then let that vehicle travel fast along a more flexible path. For beginners, the DF-17 is important because it explains why speed, movement, and detection now matter as much as size or range. That is why this Chinese system remains one of the most discussed defense platforms today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.